almost always by default will use something like a Berkeley Big Game 20-pound test line as a starting point. I prefer straight monofilament as it has a lot of stretch in it. One of the things about handline fishing is that there's not a lot of stretch in the line but there's no shock absorber with the rod, so the line has to do all the work. You have to take that in consideration. You're generally going to use stronger lines. However, I found that I can horse in a catfish, of pretty sizable catfish with 20-pound test line by hand with generally no problems. £36 copper line going to 25-pound test line shock leader, and that's about 3 feet long. I started with about a 12-foot long piece of 25-pound test monofilament. And if you haven't seen my video on shock leaders or furled leaders, watch it. I already have a tutorial on it. You can make this any length, any size you want, right? It stretches. It has a lot of give in it. It's like you took 12 feet of monofilament and crammed it down into about a 3-foot line. From there, I do a loop-to-loop connection, just like fly fishing, down to 20-pound test line, which is about, how long did I make these? Yeah, about a cubit. No, about 3 feet long still. Then I have a dropper loop, right? And a dropper loop. And then a snap swivel. 18 inches up from the bottom, I have a loop. Sometimes I use it, sometimes I won't. Just depends on where the fish are in the water column. 18 inches up, you have another dropper loop. And off that dropper loop is another little 3-foot piece of 20. I think I went with 20. It might be 12, just depends. I think I can't tell. To one of my double thump rigs that I'm going to be using this year. All right. Down to a treble hook. And that's where I put my night crawlers. Sometimes I'll use 2, sometimes I'll just go with 1. The line you use, there's no hard and fast rule. The number one thing with the line you use is you want to protect your hands, your fingers, right? When you see the guys out in the Middle East and various places using hand lines, they always have something on their first 2 fingers. An old piece of inner tube, maybe they'll wrap some tape around their fingers like a boxer or something. Now, I'm generally not holding the hand line when I'm fishing. It's just over side of the boat and I'm not holding it. I don't really touch it until there's a fish on. And so, because this copper line is very hard on your hands. It's not as bad as braid. Braid will cut your hand, but this stuff will really chafe your hand. So I don't touch the line all that much when I'm fishing. No need.